Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. So thankful you're here with us. I'm doing my favorite type of Bible teaching, verse by verse, causes us to deal with the text. We're in Proverbs lesson 67 in our verse by verse journey through the book of Proverbs. Check out our Others in the Proverbs playlist, also under expository teaching playlist, and maybe even under great apostolic teaching. I did not name that playlist. One of our tech people did. So just letting you know that. So verse number 12, Proverbs 23. We liken this to Christian living. And Solomon says, apply thine heart unto instruction. This is one of the first books I wanted to memorize after I got saved. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. We would say that in our age, be intentional. Apply thine heart unto instruction. Be instructed. Let people teach you. Godly teachers. You can't make it on your own. You have to have people teach you. And thine ears to the words of knowledge, not the words of lies. So often people go into higher education, and in so many fields, so often, so many classes, they hear words of lies, unless it's some hard science or something, or mathematics. But thine ears to the words of knowledge. And so God created us. We're in the image of God. We've got two ears that attach to a brain that are able to go to our heart. And so we can live the words of God. Verse 13, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Now, nobody is for child abuse, and this is not for child abuse either. But it is for just a little bit of corporal punishment and correction. It should not be for your pleasure. It should be to help the child. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. But don't ever, ever abuse a child. That is wickedness. They are in the image of God, so to speak, and they're God's children, as we like to say. So verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. So the overall point is you train your children in the way they should go. 22:6. They're old, they won't depart. You just don't have feral children, free-range children. They need direction. That's what parents should learn. We teach, they should learn. And every generation, ideally, would be a little bit smarter than the generation before. Solomon didn't do a good job with Rehoboam. The guy who penned this under the inspiration of the Holy Ghost could write it, knew it, couldn't live it. And that shows us why in the New Testament we need the power of the Holy Ghost, which he didn't have access to back then. So it's a matter of heaven and hell, verse 14. Verse 15, my son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. So Rehoboam wasn't real wise. He listened to the wrong voices, the voices of the young men. And Solomon was like, oh man, if he could just be wise. And so when you raise a wise child, it makes a happy parent, doesn't it? All right, verse 16, yea, my reins shall rejoice. In Hebrew, that's your kidneys. Yeah, somebody grabbed my kidneys. That'd be my reins. They could guide me, but that's your guiding part. My reins shall rejoice when thy lips speak right. So my innermost being is going to be, yes, they got the lesson. They're not a rebellious child. They know what to say. They know how to live and please God. Verse 17, let not thine heart envy sinners. Now, that is huge, because so many people are like, why do the wicked prosper? David faced that in the book of Psalms. Why are the wicked prospering? Psalm 37, other Psalms. And so, in the 70s. And so children are like, well, I should want to be like Rihanna, Beyonce, or somebody else. No, let not thine heart envy sinners. You should pray for them. They come to Jesus. But be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. Don't let there be a lapse. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and the beginning of knowledge. So be in the fear of the Lord all the day long. Verse 18, for surely there is an end. I mean, wealth is going to come to an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. When you're in the fear of Jesus, pleasing the Lord, well, you're going to be able to do that forever. Your expectation is not going to be cut off. Let's do one more verse. Hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way. So again, this goes back to hearing the words of instruction. Verse 12, hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way. So this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Then shalt thou make thy way prosperous. Then shalt thou have good report. Think on the words of God, the words of wisdom, like the book of Proverbs. Guide your heart in the way. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. God bless you. We love you. Thanks for being here. Check out our other videos on Proverbs and our other Journey Through series. God bless you. Bye-bye.